There they go. Your home for over 18 years of horse racing action. The Sport of Kings, featuring Tommy Walski. On today's show, we take a very special trip to Dubai. Racing across the nation looks at the Kentucky Derby Trail. And now here he is, BC's ambassador to the world of horse racing, Mr. Tommy Walski.
We open up today's program taking you on a very, very long journey to a country where horse racing is truly the sport of kings. We want to thank our friends at HRTV for taking us to Dubai and also giving us a behind-the-scenes look at the world's richest horse race, the Dubai World Cup.
On the other side of the globe lives a place where everything is first class, from the world's only 7-star hotel to an indoor ski resort, a land of conservative Muslims, wealthy tourists, and exotic locales. And for one night, the racing world turns its attention to the world's most prestigious and richest event. So let your imagination run wild. This is Dubai World Cup.
You're in the middle of the Middle East, but you feel like it's its own place.
Dubai World Cup race day is right up there with the best of them.
It brings the rest of the world together in the Middle East, which if you said about 10, 15 years ago that that's what would happen in the world of horse racing, people would have laughed at you.
It has been described in the past as an Olympics of horse racing, and if there is such a thing, this is probably it, because they do come from the 4 corners of the globe to race for the big money at Nat Al Sheba.
To put on a production like this, it takes a lot of sort of manpower, passion from people who really enjoy horse racing, putting on a huge event, and that's what we've got here.
For 21 million plus US money, 7 races, it's probably the most international horses competing on one stage.
You come here and this is the best of the best, and you know it's not just a few good horses in a big race. It's the best in the world.
You know, there's all the good parts of American racing and all the great parts of European racing.
I mean, it's unbelievable, where the horses are coming from, and they're coming for one thing: to be competitive and to win the money.
The atmosphere as the evening builds on, and then right before in World Cup they have like an official opening ceremony, and that in itself, it's like watching Cirque du Soleil. It's just a fantastic experience. The crowd really gets into it, all the locals. Yeah, it's just like something out of a fantasy movie, actually. So get tied on.
Almost 8,500 miles away from the city of Los Angeles, California, on the other side of the world, is the rapidly evolving city of Dubai. With an approximate population of 1.5 million and roughly twice the size of the state of Rhode Island, Dubai sits on the Persian Gulf, right in the heart of the Middle East. And it has truly become the epicenter of international horse racing, through Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum's brainchild at the Dubai World Cup. Champions such as the Great Cigar, Silver Charm, and Dubai Millennium have taken center stage on Dubai World Cup night. A spectacle which began back in 1996, giving the world its first $4 million horse race, and has since grown to a $21 million night of the world's best racing, making it the richest horse racing event in the world. And thanks to the good people at the Dubai Racing Club, HRTV was able to witness it all firsthand. We're on leg 1 of this Dubai trip, and right now it is just about 10 minutes to 8 out here on the West Coast, and it's going to take about 1 day from now to show up in Dubai. We're still in downtown LA on the way to the airport, so I guess you got to start somewhere, and we're starting in a taxi cab. We have the map here, and the only thing I can find is the racetrack. Right through those doors, we're walking on a plane for the next 20 hours, and we're going to be on the other side of the world. I don't know, my heart's racing. I don't even know what time of day it should be. I've really lost track of all sense of time. We just flew business class. Looks more like first class to me, but let's go check out Emirates' definition of first class. I thought we were flying, I thought we were in first class back there, but this is apparently the real first class. So if you want a drink, no need to call the stewardess. Just push this button and voila. And in the same way I traveled to Dubai in Emirates Luxury, so do the World Cup competitors. And I don't mean the jockeys. The horses get to Dubai on Emirates in their own personal stall, which resembles a massive shipping crate. And if I need a passport, so do they.
Well, this is the Nat Al Sheba jockey's room.
When I arrived at Nat Al Sheba, I was given the opportunity to tour the jockeys' quarters.
A familiar set of colours. They are the Godolphin colours.
Another visual that left a lasting impression on me when I thought about the greats in modern racing that had passed through here. But it is just one portion of this incredible place that is Nat Al Sheba.
It's a facility that has changed in the space of 3 weeks. Anybody who comes racing at Nat Al Sheba for a Dubai International Racing Carnival meeting will certainly enjoy it. They'll see some good racing. They'll see Nat Al Sheba in one form. They come back 3 weeks later on Dubai World Cup night and Nat Al Sheba has been transformed, as you've seen yourself, with the International Village, the marquees, the gallery. It's a different race track. The course remains the same, but the track is different, and then you get that magnetism of people from all over the world coming, flooding around the outside of the parade ring, looking at the horses coming from all around the world. There's a buzz, there's an excitement that really adds to it.
This racetrack, it's not an oval, it's more of a triangular shape. It's massive. You can't hardly see the other side of the backstretch. There's a golf course in the middle, and one of the most impressive things really to me was you stand right on the finish line and you look all the way down the chute where they run the Golden Shaheen, the 6 furlong sprint stake race, and it's so far away, 3/4 of a mile. It's so different in America. We're used to the horses coming around the turn out of the chute going 6 furlongs, and you don't realize how far it is until you see it in the straightaway form, and you just stand on the finish line and look all the way down there, and it's pretty cool.
There's very few horses that can be all out going 3/8 of a mile, so you want to be in a good position, give the horses a chance, but you do need to come in here, focus, and understand the layout.
You don't realize when we watch these races on TV that the grandstand is basically on the turn and the finish line is right at the turn. So as soon as these horses hit the finish line, they're immediately pulling up into the first turn. Just behind me is the Burj Dubai, currently the world's tallest structure, and upon completion, it will be the world's tallest building. And they are saying that they will average a new floor every 3 days. But aside from the modern skyscrapers and sprawling resorts, there's a portion of Dubai which embraces its past, a marketplace, the souks. We're right outside of the gold souk and the textile souk, and our taxi cab driver actually told us that all of these boats right here are what bring all the product into these souks, and they come over from Iran. All of these boats, they just go all the way down the canal. Here's the entrance to the Dubai City of Gold. Just rows and rows and rows and rows of different jewelry, watches, Rolexes. I'm not even sure I would know where to begin if I was looking for something. Watches? Oh, no, thank you.
Also bags?
No, thank you. Just about anything you want. You don't even have to ask. They just come up to you. Definitely has an interesting taste. It's not too bad. What in the world am I doing putting ski boots on in the deserts of Dubai? Oh yeah, there's a ski hill. Let's rock and roll. We're going inside. It's -4 degrees centigrade. If I would have paid attention in chemistry class, I could probably convert it to Fahrenheit. Nonetheless, it's cold. Another unbelievable sight in the city of Dubai. Who would have thought that you could have skiing in the middle of the desert? Maybe for this. Oh my God. Oh my Lord! Oh, I'm nauseous. Outside of the Dubai World Cup, no question the hottest ticket in town is the Arabian Nights Party. A 1-hour bus ride outside of the city in a 6,000-person stadium in the middle of the desert was the Arabian Nights Party. A night for everyone to unwind one last time before World Cup night. Arabian Nights gave everyone the opportunity to sit back and once again receive the first-class treatment Dubai offers and enjoy a performance and fireworks display second only to that we would witness on World Cup night. No hands whatsoever. He steers himself. Whoa, now. These things don't buck, do they? Whoa! He's angry. The beauty of Nad Al Sheba startles all who come here, especially in the mornings when the thoroughbred, the most majestic of all animals, takes to the track. His first trip to Dubai, my first trip to Dubai. Better talk now and me. We got something in common.
I think anyone that's experienced it for the first time, to see 45, 50,000 people come to a racing facility where there's no wagering, they came for the love of the animal and the enjoyment of the day and the night.
This is by far the world's most international and global meeting. It's now every year can guarantee drawing together the very best turf horses and the very best dirt horses in the world. It's something that the rest of us really have to aspire to.
It's why it's a great place to showcase your horse, because there's no great advantage. It's the middle of the world and horses come from everywhere. It's a good neutral place to take on the world.
Easily the best part of the entire Dubai trip was the culmination of the week. Dubai World Cup night. And to make it even better, if that was even possible, the international broadcast asked HRTV to be America's voice on the world's richest night of racing.
Well, as I mentioned a little bit earlier on, I was going to get some help with the American horses from our American expert, Scott Hazelton from HRTV. Scott, it's your first time out in Dubai. How are you enjoying it?
It's amazing. It's something that I couldn't prepare myself for. This gave me an opportunity to rub elbows with all of the major players on race night. Every direction I turned, there was a racing great. Dettori, Gomez, DeCock, Andre Fabre, Ryan Moore, and even Sheikh Mohammed and Princess Haya. My perspective for the racing was incredible. But before race night, I had to sit in several production meetings in order to get ready for the broadcast. And the biggest thing for me was getting to understand the differences between international racing and the racing I'm so used to in the United States. Even our racing slang was different. From terms like punter meaning a better to a stayer meaning a route horse. And the most foreign thing to me was the pre-race routine the horses had to go through. So while we're in here getting ready for, say, there's an area labeled the pre-paddock, which is essentially a cross between the receiving barn and paddock. Horses come over well in advance of their race and go to their assigned stalls in the pre-paddock. The saddling also takes place in these stalls, all of which is outside of the public view. But as soon as the gate sprung for the first race, it was lights, camera, action.
Ready to run.
Eights are back, racing in the Godolphin Mile, and Black Cat, Black Kitten and Don Renato to the inside, both slow to go. America's Barcolo came out quickly. Strikes after being headed, hits the lead again. 50 metres left to go. Diamond
That's Edgar
Stripes
Prado.
in front.
Edgar Prado's winning.
And Diamond Stripes wins. Diamond Stripes first. Elusive Warning second. Now
his first ride in Not El Shiba, he gets a win. Edgar Prado's such a great guy. All he went through with Barbaro and everything, it's so cool to see him win a race like this in his first try.
The atmosphere is unbelievable. The whole colour of the night is so fantastic. The kind of combination of the wonderful Arab gentlemen in their fantastic white outfits and their headdresses next to the best of European dress and the best of American style. It brings everything together. It's a cosmopolitan melting pot.
This is the International Village, which is the place to be, we are being told. This is our first walk in here. What does it take to get ready for something like this?
Half an hour.
Half an hour?
Half an hour, yeah, for all of this.
Where are you from, sir?
South Africa.
South Africa. You remind me a bit of The Mask.
Jim Carrey of Biscuits.
We're in Dubai, in the International Village, but they have a Dunkin' Donuts. Ladies, how are we doing tonight?
We are very happy to be here.
Where are you from?
Germany.
Is this your first time in Dubai?
No, it's the third time.
How are you ladies doing?
We're great.
Is this your first time at the World Cup?
It is, yes.
What do you think of it so far?
Fantastic.
Where are you ladies from?
Australia.
There seems to be a lot of Australians out here.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you rooting for Nick and Nero? That's the only Aussie horse here.
Really? Yeah, okay, yeah, we are.
There are certain things, we are told, that we should experience in life. For those who live in the world of horse racing, one of them is World Cup night at Not El Shiba.
And the 2008 UAE Derby belongs to Honor Devil. Benny the Bull goes up to Idiot Proof. Benny the Bull takes the lead, and Benny the Bull beat Idiot Proof. Star Crown is third.
And as far as the World Cup ceremony is concerned, there are really no words that can do it justice.
Delay is literated, 3/4 to Lord Admiral. JPEG and Dargina. JPEG the outside. JPEG foot back to beat Dargina. 250 metres to go from Yung Zain. The pride of Hong Kong. Dr. Dino on the outside. South Classics in front. Still more than a length. Viva Bataga's trying. The poster's looming up. It's Sun Classic. It's another one for South Africa.
We said it was going to be spectacular and we haven't disappointed you. What a wonderful, fantastic Dubai World Cup.
As soon as Dubai World Cup comes closer, you see all these big international horses and you realize that you are not boxing in the same category.
All week, the attention was on America's super horse.
Steve Asmussen Curlin, the big horse.
And I was allowed to be basically right next to him in the pre-paddock and be a part of the calm before the World Cup storm that Curlin was about to unleash.
You can see his size, his musculature. He's the Arnold Schwarzenegger of horses. And yet he has this huge stamina and desire and speed and durability and distance. So that's why we fell in love with him when we first saw him.
Putting this all into perspective, what is it like to be the headline of the entire week here at Dubai World Cup?
Well, it's an outstanding feeling, but Curlin is deserved of that and off his previous races, and hopefully this is another one of the major goals that we have in mind for him.
Curlin goes in and Premium Tap, last year's runner-up, will be the last to come along. And they look ready. Racing in the Dubai World Cup. 550 metres away, and Robbie Alvarado asks Curlin to go. He moves up on the outside of Asiatic Boy, well armed on the rail, but Curlin takes the lead.
Once they hit the long Not El Shiba stretch, it took very little for Curlin to just draw off on his international competitors. And there was no doubt who ruled the racing world that night, curling.
And Asiatic boy, they're battling out second and third. Curlin leads close to the winning post, and from the red, white and blue corner by TKO, the undefeated champ is Curlin. Curlin has beaten Asiatic boy and Weller.
And while everybody celebrated and received their trophies of gold and jewels, Curlin's reward was much simpler. As impressive as Nad Al Sheba is, the future of racing in Dubai goes beyond what I think anyone has ever imagined in horse racing. I continue to say unbelievable, but we're standing right now in the middle of what will be Meydan, the pinnacle of international racing. The centerpiece of Meydan is without doubt the racetrack, but it goes well beyond horse racing. Meydan is a city and a center of commerce that will come without precedent in the modern world. It's going to be 1 kilometer long from end to end. It's just incredible. 1 year ago, none of this was here, and over the course of the next 2 years, it will become what they have planned for Meydan. It's nonstop. The workforce, 4,500 people right now working as we stand here, and they're going to increase that workforce up to 7,500 people. We see it on paper. I can't imagine what it's going to be like in person.
I think it's going to be the premier race course in the world, not just for the racing industry, but it's a symbol of lifestyle. It'll have unique features, and I think it's going to be an attraction throughout the year.
I think the thing that we wanted to do, first of all, is to look at the grandstand and look at the flow of the horses, the flow of the owners, the trainers, the jockeys, the media, the public, the VIPs. I've taken the architects around the world, and we continue to review and change and look to make sure that we've crossed the T's and dot the I's.
Approximately 80,000 fans will be able to witness the Carnival of Racing over the 76 million square feet the track will occupy. Whether it's an unobstructed view from one of the 270 hotel suites or a seat at one of the 10 restaurants, you can even ride up in style in your yacht via the Meydan Canal. Fans will be able to enjoy the visual splendor of Meydan City. Shopping, golf, parks, residential developments, and office space will all be encompassed in Meydan City. And this will all be showcased at the 2010 Dubai World Cup, Meydan's World Cup.
I believe it's not just going to be for Dubai, it's for the whole world. This is for the horse goers, horse owners, trainers, jockeys, whoever associated with this industry, plus the spectators. Plus, I think it's going to be a landmark, in my opinion, for the nation.
Now it's time for our Racing Across the Nation part of the program. And with the Kentucky Derby drawing ever so close, we're going to give you a chance to play catch-up with who the hot horses are in the run for the Roses. First up, we take it to Aqueduct Racetrack in New York for the $750,000 Grade 1 Gotham Stakes. In this race, there's only one horse to watch. It's quite a performance. It's the number 2 horse, I Want Revenge. He gets left at the gate, has tons of trouble through the stretch, and he gets up there. This is a horse to watch in the Derby.
And they're off in the Wood Memorial. Oh, I Want Revenge. Heavily favored, broke last of the field. He was absolutely flat-footed at the break, and he is left at the back of the pack. Interesting start to the Wood Memorial, and Lord Justice takes the field round the first turn. Atomic Rain is second. Imperial Council much closer to the pace today. Third on the outside, Just a Coincidence, is now fourth. Westside Bernie runs in fifth. At the inside, Longshot Cellar Dweller in sixth position. And then it's Lime Ricky, and last of them all, Joe Talamau is relatively unhurried with I Want Revenge.
after that disastrous beginning. It was a 24-2 opening quarter mile here as Lord Justice leads the field down the backstretch run. Edgar Prado's got Imperial Council right up there on his heels in second, behind a moderate half mile of 48 seconds. Atomic Rain is third toward the inside. Just a Coincidence is fourth. I Want Revenge now is commencing a bid. He's just outside the half-mile pole, and he's 5 lengths from the leader, and the leader is still Lord Justice. Imperial Council, just a little nudge there. Still a length behind. Lord Justice still holding him off. On the inside, Atomic Rain, right there, running in third. On the outside, Just a Coincidence. I Want Revenge is only 3 lengths from the lead, but he's in behind a wall of horses as the field turns for home in the Wood Memorial. Top of the stretch, Lord Justice, Imperial Council, Just a Coincidence. Can I Want Revenge get running room? He's in tight. He's found a narrow seam, and he is coming indeed. I Want Revenge comes on through to take the lead. West Side Bernie, second on the outside. A remarkable victory for I Want Revenge today, coming from last place.
This horse ran like a horse who's run 150 races, because you can't act better in terms of the adversity and overcoming it than I Want Revenge here. He did not panic. The jock didn't panic either. He was able to relax, switch off, get into his rhythm, and even though he got shut off at the 8th pole, he was able to find room, accelerate. He only ran about a 16th of a mile. This was an amazing performance, and he wins by about 2 in the end, and it could have been 15.
Now we take you to Santa Anita, the home of the Santa Anita Derby. It's a Grade 1. It's worth $750,000. Horse you want to watch is the Bob Baffert train, Pioneer of the Nile. If he gets victorious in this race, you could see him listed as one of the probable favorites in the run for the Roses.
And away they go, and Pioneer of the Nile hopped away nicely, but it's Feisty Suances who wants the lead, and Feisty Suances goes on to lead them. Take the Points coming through to race in second, Unbridled Roman at the rail. Pioneer of the Nile has taken a strong hold in the 4th position. Gallant Sun is on the outside, Chocolate Candy's taken back second last, and Mr. Hot Stuff is last, but no more than 5 lengths would cover them all. They run past the 7/8, and Feisty Suances hugs the rail and ensures a good pace in the Derby. Leads it by just over a length to the grade. Take the Points in second. Unbridled Roman pulling pretty hard down at the rail. Pioneer of the Nile is right there in 4th, no more than 2 lengths off the leaders, and Pioneer of the Nile now pulling away at Garrett Gomez, and Pioneer of the Nile's taken hold of the bit, and he's taking off with him now as he goes to the front as they go past the 5/8. Then we drop back to Unbridled Roman, who's lost a bit of ground. Chocolate Candy is now 5 off them, and Mr. Hot Stuff is last. They run past the half-mile pole in the Derby now. On the inside, Feisty Suances right up alongside us. Pioneer of the Nile. No breathers out here. These two going at it as they go into the far turn. Take the Points is right there, third, then Unbridled Roman. We come back to Gallant Sun, who's the first one under a ride. Mr. Hot Stuff has 6 lengths to make up, and Chocolate Candy last, but they taking closer order as they come to the top of the lane. Still the long shot, Feisty Suances. Pioneer of the Nile is right there. Chocolate Candy on the outside. Take the Points behind that. Gallant Sun in with a shot. Homeward bound in the Derby. Pioneer of the Nile gets the lead. Going to be tackled now by Chocolate Candy down the center. But Pioneer of the Nile goes on. Chocolate Candy chasing gamely from second. Pioneer of the Nile fully stretched, but keeping Chocolate Candy at bay. And Pioneer of the Nile and Garrett Gomez have won the Santa Anita Derby. Chocolate Candy second. Mr. Hot Stuff third.
Now after that victory of Pioneer of the Nile, Bob Baff became the all-time leading trainer with victories when it comes to the Santa Anita Derby. He has now won 5. Now that's it for this edition of the Sport of Kings, but once again, on behalf of everyone here, we would like to say thanks for allowing us to spend this last half hour with you on this Saturday morning. First thing and only to leave you with is that we want to thank our friends south of the border, HRTV, for allowing us the footage to take you to Dubai. Remember to keep it straight, or you know what, we will get you on that final turn, and we do hope you enjoyed today's show.